Hey, what's going on everybody? My name is Deeks and welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Heart of the Storm broadcast. This is going to be another game from the Asus ROG Summer Assembly 2013 finals. It is going to be the blue Protoss player Azubu's San spawning down here in the lower left of Neo Planet S, and in the upper right, it is going to be the red Terran player Team Liquid's TaeJa as the red Terran. Did I mention that? This is, I do believe, game number 2 in a best of 5. I'm not entirely sure of the map order. I casted game 1, but I'm not actually sure if that was the actual game 1. That might have been game 2, and this might be game number 1 actually, but I'm not entirely sure of the map order. I'm just casting them, all of them, just in whatever order I cast them in. So I'm not exactly sure the exact order, but I'm just gonna do all of them anyway, because it doesn't really matter. Just the final score matters. There's like some scientific term, I think. I mean, there's like terms saying it doesn't, the middle stuff doesn't matter. It's only the beginning and end points matter. I don't know. It's like, I think it's called a state function. Like chemical reactions, it doesn't matter how you get there, but the end result is the same. Like I took AP Chemistry years ago. I don't quite remember much from it, but I think it was called a state function. I could look it up, but that would require me to alt tab out of this game. Don't quite want to do that. I think I might have just embarrassed myself by saying it's a state function, but I don't remember quite as much chemistry as I should. But TaeJa going for a command center first. That is something to note before going for the barracks. Command center first, while San has gone for gateway first. Rarely do you see a Protoss go Nexus first. You only really see that against Zerg players, where they go Nexus first. At least all races have some ability to go for their Nexus, hatchery, or command center first. So there appears to be some there seems to be some racial equality, since all races can go for their main structure first as a legitimate build order. So I'm happy for that. I'm all for racial equality, gender equality, and certainly Starcraft racial equality, where all players can get their command center first, Nexus first, hatchery first. Very happy about that. TaeJa's just gonna scout out. TaeJa is a little bit supply blocked, but that might just be part of the build order. But this command center will grant him apparently 11. Will grant TaeJa 11 supply. So yeah, not quite as supply depots give you 8 supply. Command centers give you 11 supply. Command centers cost 4 times as much. Too bad they don't give you 32 supply instead of 8 supply or 9 supply or whatever supply depots give you. So I still recommend getting supply depots since they do give you more supply for the buck, for the mineral count. Command centers do not give you 4 times as much supply, unfortunately. That probe just floating around. Did scout out that command center. I really want to turn my physics onto high, but I could just do that. Oh yeah, extreme physics. Here we go. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Back in the game, both players have their second bases established. San's right about to finish yet again, going for the fast robotics facility, but did not go for Colossus quite as fast as last time. Hope I'm not spoiling the first game, but he did not go for Colossus first. He did go for High Templar, as I thought, and then for Colossus. Did not go for Colossus first. So not sure if he will do that this time, or whether this is the first or second game is entirely irrelevant. Getting warp gate research as pretty standard. Bunker is also going down. TaeJa does have 3 barracks, no refinery. Yeah, no factory quite yet. Excuse me. Does not have factories, but a large squad of Marines moving across the map. Maybe scanning for proxy pawns. Not quite sure what their job is, but just a small platoon of units going to be moving across the map. 2 stalkers also moving across the map, but there are Marines back here to defend against those 2 stalkers. Marines are also on the tail of those stalkers, but I don't think TaeJa knows that those stalkers are there. But those stalkers might get caught if they dilly-dally too long by these Marines. The Marines getting a few shots on those Stalkers, but may run into those Stalkers. Might run into those Marines. TaeJa not quite noticing those Stalkers quite yet, turning around. Take a few shots at those Stalkers. No, not really any noteworthy damage. Getting +1 armor first and not +1 ground attack. Very interesting. So, some players do like to go for ground and ground attack, ground armor. It's all a matter of perspective, which is very, very nice. Stim pack also gonna come out. Other combat shields, no combat shields quite yet. Combat shields probably won't be able to get started until that stim pack finishes. Since TaeJa is getting double reactor, won't be really able to get combat shield until that stim pack finishes, which could be bad. Not necessarily though, because combat shield is always nice to have, but not necessarily until a big engagement are those combat shields necessary. I don't even know what I'm talking about, just talking about those mariner things that TaeJa is building. Son, on the other hand, going for Twilight Council, is going to get some high Templar tech out. Really only getting observers with this robotics facility. Not quite sure how important that is, like how necessary that is. You can just use Sentry Hallucination for to scout, since hallucination is quite easy to obtain. Sentries spawn with it, but observers are cloaked, do last forever. As long as they don't get killed, they do last forever instead of hallucinated units. They're cloaked, they stick around, and all that stuff. But no, you could probably get the same information from just hallucinated phoenixes or oracles or something like that. Not really needed to get observers, unless you suspect that the Terran's gonna go for fast like cloaked banshees or whatever. I don't think observers are quite necessary, but there is going to be a proxy pylon over here. But it is a little bit late for things like proxy Stargate, but it is going to be a Dark Shrine. That is what it's going to be. So no High Templar, going to go straight for the Dark Templar. Dark Templars do give you Archons, but Dark Templars do not give you Storms. That would be quite overpowered if that was the case. But this factory is going in the direction of that proxy pylon, and we'll may also see that Warp Prism, but not quite yet. But that factory doesn't quite have the sight range, and not going on quite the direct path. But that Marine could go up there. Oh, I think that Marine is going to see it. Yes, the Marine is going to be moving, attack moving, and he will see that pylon. So where are those Dark Templar warping in? Dark Templars warping in somewhere. Where are those Dark Templar? Dark Templar are in here. TaeJa does see this proxy pylon. May tip him off to something, and here comes this War Prism with the Dark Templars. But there are Marines here. Son does have to be careful that he doesn't lose that War Prism. Oh, this could be bad. Does drop both Dark Templar though. So almost in that War Prism. War Prism will get away, and these Dark Templars now are starting to work away at the Marines. But they should be going for the SCVs, but those Marines just standing there, not doing anything. Small force from over here from TaeJa, but there's focused on overcharge, and there goes those scans. But those Dark Templars are out of the range of that scan. I think there is only one Dark Templar left, but he's waiting for that scan to disappear before going for the SCVs. Is there another scan? No, not here, and not over here. TaeJa does not have a scan. 4950 now does have energy for that scan. Should go for that scan. Dark Templar not going for the SCVs like he should be. So not quite the best work there by that Dark Templar. How many workers were killed? Only one worker was killed. That not quite the harassment that he needed to do. Did kill off quite a few Marines, but I'm not sure if that paid for itself. TaeJa appeared he may want to drop into Son's base, but I don't think he did. He decided not to. I guess he might have, and then walked out again, but I'm not quite sure. But there is a force coming in from TvP, and also an expansion getting set up over here by TaeJa. There. That another proxy pylon being set up over here, so trying to replace that lost pylon. That War Prism is still in the back of the base, but those Marines are guarding it, and TaeJa is starting to move out with a small force, but I don't think that's enough to really deal with 3 Immortals, a lot of Zealots, and some Stalkers. No EMPs here to try to help out, and lots of Zealots do tank and deal a lot of damage to that Bioforce, and there is Archon here as well. TaeJa, I don't think will be able to do a whole lot with this force. Should get away, doesn't want to get force fielded, but the Stimming do a lot of damage to the Zealots, but will Doom drop into the main base over here. There's no blink. Son can't blink up to the main base. Flesh Core doesn't get taken down. There's going to be no photon overcharge. It doesn't have enough energy anyway. We'll try to go for this +3 attack. Will get it. and lift away. No high Templar for feedback, no blink from the Stalkers. Can chase down those medevacs, so great play by LiquidTaeJa, losing one medevac, I think, but I don't think there were too many units in it. Observer just chilling over here. TaeJa getting his third base established. San's third base trying to get established, but there's he's quite a little bit distracted by this Bioforce over here. But TaeJa is taking a lot of damage from that Bioforce. Is gonna force retreat, but gonna go right back into the main base. With the RZLs being warped in here, I think TaeJa can't really stay and fight here. One Dark Templar being warped in as well. May lose a few of his units unless he scans. He's gonna go for the sentries. Does kill off one or two sentries. Yes, does kill off both sentries. So TaeJa trying to target fire some important units. One Zealot over here going to try to counterattack, but not really going to be able to do a whole lot. Those medevac drum move units once again. San's units leaving the Isle Dark Templar here. Dark Templar does get scanned, does get taken out. Both Zealots do get taken out as well. Not quite sure what TaeJa can accomplish with this small group of units. There's not really any important textures in the front. All the textures are in the back. So TaeJa does have to drop in the back if he wants to kill any important units. And now San is moving across the map. Psionic Storm is about to finish. There are no ghosts out for LiquidTaeJa, so are there ghosts out for TaeJa? No ghosts out for TaeJa quite yet, just getting one right now, but Storm is already finished and San is at his front door with a lot of Zealots and some High Templars. High Templars are, where are you going? High Templars may be trying to set up over here to try to flank TaeJa with some Storms. TaeJa is walking right into a trap, I think. Yeah, he is walking into a trap. Those Storms are still right there. There are no EMPs. Storm will go down. Decent Storm right there, but great splitting still by TaeJa. And where is that other Storm? Was there another Storm? Oh, there goes one Storm. A decent Storm right there. High Templar get taken out though, but TaeJa's most of the units are still alive from great storm dodging right there. Good splits, and TaeJa appears to be going for a drop with this medevac over here. He's going to take out this pylon. San still trying to get out some Archon. Are there any Dark Templar with High Templar with his army? No oh, 3 High Templars right there. Oh no, 1 over here and 2 over there. Still trying to set up a flank, but San's units are up here in the front, and these High Templars are going to come from the back, but they are vulnerable and they move so slowly. Not sure if they're going to be able to get there in time. And the units back here could snipe off that Dark Templar, High Templar quite easily. High Templar coming from the back whiffs the Storm right there, hitting the Zealots more than the Bio, and here comes, EMP's landing all over San's army. I think TaeJa may be able to break through this army, well, with no shields. There's no more High Templar. Zealots have to get in the fight, but I don't think it's going to matter. San just losing so much, not able to get great Storms out, and feedbacking the Ghost, but that doesn't really matter. He needed Storms, he needed Archons, and TaeJa just with a long line of units coming to reinforce and some GGs yet again. And there was a drop over here in the main base as well. Killed off a few probes. But TaeJa looking quite unstoppable in this game in this series right now, as he is up 2-0.